Hello and welcome to Wednesday's reading lesson. So today we are still looking at chapter 7. So we're thinking about the same things that we've been looking at all week so far. If you need to remind yourself of chapter 7, the recording is in the reading section of our website, or underneath the video link on the web page is a PDF version of the actual chapter, so you can have a read by yourself if you would like. Now, yesterday we were looking at the now section of chapter 7, the present day when they were digging the holes. And today we're going to look at the flashback story. So when it tells us about Stanley's great-great-grandfather, who was called Elia Yelnats, not Stanley. So as a quick refresher, can you remember where the flashback story was set? So when it goes back to talk about his great-great-grandfather, where is it set to? Have a pause of the video to have a think and then come back when you think you've got it. Okay, this flashback story is set in Latvia. So it's in a different country. If you're not sure where Latvia is or anything about Latvia, maybe you could have a look at it after this lesson. So we're going back in time to Latvia. So again, like I said, we need to look at chapter 7, but we need to look at it from the point of view of the flashback. So we're looking from the beginning where it starts. Stanley's great-great-grandfather was named Elia Yelnats. So picking up exactly where we left off from yesterday, okay? So make sure that you're familiar with that bit of the chapter, the rest of the chapter of the flashback, before you carry on. So if you need to pause the video and reread or re-listen, then do that first. Okay, so Latvia is a country in northeastern Europe. Okay, so if you have a look at the world map, you can have a look as to where it is on a map. So what countries can you spot around it? Where is it to? How far away is it from us? Maybe how far away is it from America? Because have a think, because Holes is set in America, isn't it? So in Texas. So how far away is Latvia from America on the map? Like I said, if you want to do a bit more research into Latvia, then you can do after the lesson to get a bit of background knowledge, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So a couple of questions, quick fire retrieval questions. And these are all at the beginning of that flashback bit. So can you remember the answers to these? Now, they're retrieval questions, so all of the answers are actually in the text. So you don't have to infer anything or predict it. You can find it in the text. So if I were you, I'd open the chapter 7 PDF version so you can scan through and see it, or you might be able to remember it from listening to the story. So pause the video and have a go at answering these 4 questions and then come back here for the answers. Okay, so what was the name of the girl that Elia loved? And this flashback story is all about his backstory and it involves this girl. So you should have got that her name was Myra Menk. Not sure how you'd pronounce that. I'm probably saying it wrong. But Myra, M-E-N-K-E. And that's at the very beginning of that flashback. So it says that when he was 15 years old, he fell in love with Myra. Okay, so that should be your answer to number 1. So give yourself a tick if you got that one right. Then it says, who else loved her? So it was a bit of a love triangle, a scandal. So we're going a little bit further in. And it said that Elia went to her father to ask for her hand, but so did Igor Barkov, the pig farmer. Okay, now this is a little bit strange because we know that Stanley's great-great-grandfather is 15 years old. We know that Myra was 14. She was going to be 15 soon. And it says that Igor was 57. So 57-year-old wanted to marry her also. Now, this was obviously way back when. So it was a little bit less weird. Still a bit weird. But there we go. So Igor, the pig farmer, was the answer for the second one. So give yourself a tick if you got that one. And then it says, what did the men offer in exchange for marrying her? So they went to her father to ask if they could marry her. Igor offered the fattest pig that he had because he was a farmer. And he thought, I think I'm going to be able to marry her because I'm going to give the family a fat pig. And Elia offers a heart full of love. So 2 options there. Who's going to win her? Is it a pig or is it a heart full of love? But those are the answers for question 3. So the fattest pig and a heart full of love. And Myra's father decides he'd rather have a pig. So who knows? And then final question, who did Elia go to for help? So this is just underneath that bit, so not far off. And it said that he went to see Madame Zoroni, who was an old Egyptian woman who lived on the edge of town that he'd become friends with. So he went to Madame Zoroni for help. So hopefully you managed to find all 4 answers to those questions to get your mind warmed up. Now, on the website, there are some independent retrieval questions and the answers are on there for you. So it says to read back through chapter 7. Now, there are lots of different flashbacks. So make sure that you are definitely sure which flashback the question is referring to, which part of Elia's story. Okay, so have a go at those questions. There's also some challenge questions on this slide here on your screen. So 2 explain questions. So I would pause the video here. I would go and find the independent retrieval questions and have a go at those and check those. And then if you want to have a go at the 2 challenge questions, then come back to the pause video and have a go, okay? Let us know how you do and hopefully you get them all right.